bad food. Hi, how are you, 小朋友？你哋好嗎？今堂 is reading comprehension. The passage is about a man called Michael who had bad experience of bad food. Let's look at some words first. Leave for, a verb and a preposition. X-ray department, a noun with a noun. Stomach pain, also a noun with a noun. Normally, it is an adverb. Worried, it is a adjective. Pleased, it is an adjective too. Listen and repeat twice. Leave for, this is a verb and a preposition. Leave for, leave for. X-ray department, a noun with a noun. X-ray department, X-ray department. Stomach pain, this is also a noun with a noun. Stomach pain, stomach pain. Normally, this is an adverb. Normally, normally. Worried, this is an adjective. Worried, worried. Pleased, this is an adjective also. Pleased, pleased. I'm going to read the text. Please pay attention. I will ask you some questions later. Bad food. Michael works in the restaurant in the center of Guangzhou, China. He leaves for work at 5 a.m., but yesterday at 5 a.m., he wasn't on the bus. He was in a taxi going to the hospital. He was very sick. Usually, he works in the kitchen all the morning and the afternoon. But yesterday, he wasn't in the kitchen. He was in the X-ray department of the hospital because the doctors were worried about his stomach pains. Normally at 6 p.m., Michael takes a bus to go home after finishing his work at the restaurant. But yesterday at 6 p.m., he was still in the hospital and he was still unhappy and sick. He was in a bed and he was very hot, about 102 degrees. Was he worried? Yes, he was. In the morning, he was better and the doctors were pleased. What was the problem? It was bad food from his restaurant. Please answer the questions. What is Michael's daily routine? He works before 5 a.m., at 5 a.m., after 5 a.m. He works at daytime, at night, or 8 hours a day. He works in the hospital, in the kitchen, in the X-ray department. Who were worried yesterday? The doctor, the doctors, or the doctors and Michael? Why did Michael have stomach pains? Because of the bad food in the hospital? Because he got up so early? Or because the food in the restaurant is dirty? You may wish to pause the video for the time being and work on your own before checking the answers. Now let's check the answers. What is Michael's daily routine? He works at 5 a.m. He works at daytime. He works in the kitchen. Who were worried yesterday? The doctors and Michael. Why did Michael have stomach pain? Because the food in the restaurant is dirty. Now tell me the true or false for the following questions. Number 1. Michael was in the restaurant yesterday afternoon. Number 2. He goes to work in the restaurant by bus. Number 3. Yesterday, he was in a bus going to the hospital. Number 4. He was in the hospital because of his head. Number 5. He was in the X-ray department of the hospital. Number 6. He was still in the hospital until the next morning. Number 7. The doctors were very worried about him at night. Number 8. The problem was food from his restaurant. Now let's do together. Michael was in the restaurant yesterday afternoon. Is false. He goes to work in the restaurant by bus. Is true. Yesterday, he was in the bus going to the hospital. Is false. He was in the hospital because of his head. Is false. He was in the X-ray department of the hospital. Is true. He was still in the hospital until the next morning. Is true. The doctors were very worried about him at night. Is true also. The problem was food from his restaurant. Is true. This is the end of the lesson. See you.